Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my channel. My name is Johnny K. This channel, I provide insight and perspective into specific automotive products. I go over features, some specifications, and then ultimately my personal perspective and experiences. I don't do anything more than that. I don't do any flashy productions. I don't include any flashy music. This is just down and dirty. I'm just here to be informative, and that is it. In the past, I've relied on a lot of people and their reviews to kind of lead me to purchase a product. So this is my way of kind of saying thank you and kind of paying it forward, as it were. Okay? So if it seems like it's something that you're interested in, by all means, stay tuned, comment, like, subscribe, all of that usual mumbo jumbo that YouTubers like to say. Let's go ahead and get right into it. So our first product is from Rough Country. It is the MLC6 multiple light controller. This is a universal style application. So for your car, for your truck, I believe for a side-by-side, you can use it for a lot of different vehicles. Okay, so yes, I did purchase this product. I do have it currently installed in my vehicle. No, I am not sponsored by Rough Country, and no, they have not paid me to review this product at this point in time. Okay, if that changes, I will let you know, but I highly doubt it. All right, so the price, $179.95 with taxes and shipping. You're looking at around $200-ish, which is, I guess that's about fair. I'm not going to say it's a great price. I'm not going to say it's a terrible price, but it's somewhat fair, especially for, me personally and my specific application and my specific wants and needs. Okay. But there are other options out there from Auxbeam. And then also you can look on Amazon. They have multiple light controllers that are actually significantly cheaper. Okay, so if that's the route that you want to go, then by all means, go ahead and do it. But I would still recommend watching the rest of this video, because there are some things that this particular switch offers that those other ones do not offer, and that's why I personally went ahead and purchased this particular switch. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and look through a couple of pictures here. Let's see if we can blow these up a little bit. So from this manufacturer photo, it was installed here, and that's a pretty clean looking install. And then from that side as well. And then this one is actually in the glove box of a looks like a General Motors, either a Silverado or a GMC Sierra glove box. I know because I used to have one of those trucks. And then this install is up on top of the dash there. I don't personally like that myself, but to each their own. And then here is your built-in 50 amp circuit breaker that is on the positive battery lead. And then you've got your actual switch itself with the harness attachment, or this particular end of the harness attachment. And then you have your control panel itself that is going to be mounted under the hood of the vehicle. You have your 6 plug-in style 40 amp relays. You have 30 amp fuses here. You have your various switch locations here to actually wire your accessories. So you have your switch 1 and then your ground. You have your switch 2 and then your ground, and then so on and so on until you get all the way to 6 different accessories. You have your positive battery terminal here for the panel, and then your negative here, which can either lead to the negative terminal on the battery or just put it on a grounding point under the hood of the vehicle itself. A lot of vehicles come with grounding points now. In fact, I think pretty much all of them do. So, okay, we're going to continue on here. I'm not going to go over the overview because, again, that's something I feel like would be wasting everybody's time. Everyone can just go to this website and this web page to view the overview and read it for themselves. The features are here. This is probably the most important part of this product because it's very informative. It tells you everything that you need to know. So it goes over the 40 amp relays that are plug-in. It goes over the 30 amp fuses that are also included in that control panel. And then it also has the 50 amp circuit breaker notated here as well. So you have a lot of protection with this device. So if you have an electrical issue, chances are it's going to occur to the control panel, or it'll blow a fuse, or have a relay issue, and it's not gonna put harm to your battery, which is good. So again, a lot of kind of fail safes for this device, which I like, and to be honest, not just Rough Country, a lot of these other manufacturers have done virtually the exact same thing. So give credit to everybody for putting in those types of features. Whoops, come on mouse, there we go. So as note/importance, I don't know why, but I guess they decided to put that there. I don't know, doesn't matter to me. You have the dimensions of the actual switch itself. This is good to know, so that way if before you've even purchased it, you can start kind of outlining where you want to install it inside the vehicle. So what I did was I took a tape measure and I basically made a template out of these measurements, and I took that template and I just kind of lined it up in various areas of my interior to see exactly where I wanted to put it. So that's definitely something that I would encourage others to do as well. Okay, so this area down here is pretty much what convinced me to go ahead and purchase this product. There aren't a whole lot of videos on this product, and that's why I decided to do this as well, because a lot of the products that I have, there's not a whole lot of info of them out there. Okay, but these are all very, very solid reviews, and between those and then just all these features that I saw, and then ultimately I just want to provide kind of the main feature that led me to purchase this product. Okay, so these switches here, when you have this connected and you flip a switch, these RC logos, they will illuminate in blue, okay, to inform you or to tell you that the switch is on or it has power. Okay, when the switches are off, there's no LED, so it doesn't draw power when the switches are off. This unit just doesn't do it. It's impossible. Okay, so that means that the chances of this device draining your battery because you have an accessory turned off is probably not going to happen. It's non-existent, right? So with the other options from Auxbeam and even the 8-position switch from Rough Country, okay, the only way to bypass this, right? So if you just directly wired this accessory to the battery, then this illumination, or this control panel, it just stays illuminated. Okay, it doesn't turn off. Now the way around that is people have used what's called an ADA circuit. And I actually tried this method. Okay, and what I didn't like is when I installed the ADA circuit, it did not actually mount securely in my fuse box. So what I didn't want to happen is I didn't want to be driving and hit a bump or be off-roading and then have that ADA fuse come loose, and then all of a sudden I'm SOL, right? I don't want to have to worry about checking that ADA fuse every single day to make sure it's secure in the fuse location, right? So there are some people who have great luck with ADA fuses, and if that's your preference and if that's the route you want to go, then yes, by all means, I would consider the MLC 8, but this is exactly what I'm talking about right here. Wiring directly to the battery, this doesn't turn off. Okay, at least from what I understand, it doesn't. If I'm wrong, then by all means, somebody can put in the comments that I'm wrong, but I don't believe so. I believe that the only way to bypass this is to use the ADA fuse and route it into a fuse that only comes on when the vehicle is turned on. All right, but if you're comfortable with ATA fuses and if you know how they work, then yes, absolutely, I would research the MLC8. All right, but anyways, going back to the MLC6, that is something you don't have to worry about. Okay, you wire this directly into the battery, and it's a done deal. Okay, the only time that these switches will illuminate is if they're turned on. Okay, and I will show you that in part 2 of the video, just so everyone can be aware and be on the same page. All right, so I think that kind of covers the first part of this video. So what we're going to do is we're going to go out to my truck. I'm going to pop the hood. I'm going to show you how I installed the control panel. And then I'll also show you where I put the switch itself on the inside of the vehicle. And then I'll give some insight as to some issues that I ran into during install and things like that. So everyone just kind of stay tuned, and then we'll be right back. All right, so this is going to be part 2 of the Rough Country MLC6 impressions and review video. So we're just gonna jump right in here. Oh, this is my 2017 Tundra Crew Max. So I decided to install the actual control panel for this thing right on top of the fuse box cover. I drilled a total of 4 holes here, and then I used a series of nuts and washers to raise the entire panel. That way I have easier access for all the wires, not only to get the positive lead over to the positive terminal, to get the negative lead over to the negative terminal. And I'll kind of show you how I had to do this here. So the orientation of the box and then the stiffness of the cords kind of made it to where I had to do it this way. If I tried to connect the terminal here, if I tried to come up through here, it just wasn't going to work. There wasn't enough flexibility there. So I had to kind of, improvise here, but it's fine. It's working, and it's not giving me any issues. And then this is your, this leads to the actual switch itself. So you just simply plugs in through there, and then it goes into the back through the firewall there, under the steering column, under the dash, and then the other end of the wiring harness just plugs right into the switch panel, and we'll get there in a minute. So what I did was with the extra cords, I just kind of zip tied them and tucked them in behind the fuse box here. I also did the same thing for the positive lead, and I just tucked it in behind the battery, and it's doing just fine. I did lead the ground wire that's here. I weaved it all the way through here, and then I connected it to this grounding point right there. All right, and then the positive terminal, or the positive lead, I just connected it to the positive terminal of the battery right there. And then it's good to go. And then also I want to add, before I went ahead and solidified that this was going to be my idea, I just took some silicone and put it in between this last washer here in the hole, so it sealed up the hole. That way moisture and stuff doesn't get in. Also talking about weatherproofing, I took some basic weather stripping that you can get at like Home Depot or any hardware parts store, and I just made a little border around here. So that way when I put the lid on and secured it, it is also weatherproof as well. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and put this thing back on. This lid is not the easiest to do with one hand. Let me just go ahead and say that right here and now. Come on, there we go. There's that end and that end. Good, it's good to go. Okay. Now, one of the questions that people have asked me when I show them this is, well, because this box is really heavy and this is just a plastic fuse box cover, so they'll ask me if the weight of it causes it to move around or even to pop off while driving. No, it has not. I've thought about getting a like a strap to hold this down if it needs or if it needs it, but I haven't run into that issue. So I'm just going to leave it alone for now. No use to make a problem. Okay, so moving on to kind of my biggest issue with installing this. So we're going to do our best to get in here. So the wiring harness has to go in through right here. Okay, so that's the actual wiring harness for the switch itself. Any Tundra owner probably knows exactly what I'm going to be referring to here. There's a little nipple underneath or the bottom of this rubber grommet right here. You got to snip that and open it up, and that's the only way you can drive the wiring harness through there. Okay, that in and of itself took me about 2.5 to 3 hours to get done, because it was that much of a pain in the ass. But once you're able to route the wire through there, the rest of this install was actually pretty easy. Okay, so that being said, we're going to go ahead and we're going to move on to the inside. All right, so now we're in the truck here. So from the perspective of the driver and looking down, you'll be able to see that's where we installed the switch. Very, very simple. All we had to do was disassemble this center console here. There are videos everywhere on YouTube on how to do this, so I'm not going to do that for you guys. There are 2 screws on top of the switch, and there are also 2 more screws in the same area just on the bottom. I just simply removed those screws, lined this thing up on this panel, marked the holes, drilled them out, reapplied the screws. All right, that simple. Okay, and then I just took a Dremel and just notched out the little area here, just big enough to where I can feed the wire through, and then the rest of the harness just lays on the inside here, and then it goes up underneath the truck. And then trying to figure out a way to get video of this is not going to be easy, but you can at least see the tail end of the harness right there coming out. So it just goes up. There are some contraptions that you can use to zip tie the excess wires there. And then let's see, I can see if I can pull this one off here. This may not be very easy to do, but we're going to try it anyway. All right, so yeah, there we go. So you can see the black wire, if you look closely, is poking through that little rubber grommet down there, and then from there it leads just directly to the engine bay, and it plugs into the control panel underneath the truck, or underneath the hood of the truck, excuse me. So that's pretty much it, guys. As of right now, it's not giving me any issues. Okay, I actually really like it, and you may not be able to see it because it's daylight, but actually, whoops, I gotta start the truck. So what we're gonna do is, the truck is started. We hit one switch, you can see a little bit of blue there, and then the other switch you can see some blue as well. All right, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna show you exactly what accessories I have hooked up to this thing thus far. So my first one is gonna be here, and that's going to be my grill lights. So as you can see here, no light because the switch is turned off. Position 1 is on. Actually, that's technically position 6, but doesn't matter. And then the light's on. Okay, just like that. And what we're also going to do, we're going to drop this hood, and then we'll show you accessory number 2. So we're going to go ahead and turn this one off because we don't need it right now. And then number 2 is going to be up there, 30-inch light bar. All right, so it's off now because switch is off. All right, and on it goes. Boom, we have light. All right, and then now we'll turn on number 1 again, or number 6. So Switch. Now we got both. We got grill lights on. We got light bar on. All right. Cool. So we'll go ahead, turn these off. So real quick, this is not getting in the way having it being installed here. The seat is able to move up and back all the way, doesn't hurt anything. My wife my wife also drives this truck, so it's not getting in her way either. We still also have enough space to use the cup holder and to use the storage areas up there, so you know, it works well for me. If you have a better idea of where you would want to install this, if you have my generation of Tundra, I've seen or I've thought about potentially putting it up here or even up here. You know, again, you can do that and it'd probably look just fine, but as of right now, I'm good with it right here. I might move it in the future, but not right now. So yeah, I think it's going to kind of wrap it up for this one, guys. I will have more accessories. I do plan to use I think just about all 6 slots. So yeah, I'm thinking about getting some. I'm definitely going to do the ditch lights on the corner of the hood. I'm also going to put another light bar here on my grill guard. So yeah, we got some stuff planned for this truck, and those are also products that I do plan on reviewing. All right, so again, a lot of work, a lot of stuff to review. Quick overview of the truck. Yes, there's a lot on it, guys, and I do plan on reviewing just about every product that I have on this truck. So I think this is going to do it for video 1. Comment, like, you get what I mean, guys? No. Comment, like, and subscribe. If you want to contribute to my channel, there are a couple ways. My Buy Me a Coffee link is in the description, as well as checking out my Etsy shop. My Etsy shop is Johnny by Adam, and I just have digital wallpapers that are cheap. They're digital downloads. You can print them off. They'd be good for scrapbooking. Kids are back in school, so they can make, you know, fun little projects out of them, or, you know, whatever else you want to use them for. But anyways, guys, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to sign off for this one, and then we'll see y'all next time.